Evening, everyone. Today is another book review. I had just finished the last 4 chapters of Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Paige. And I have to say, this woman completely butchered the entire series after book 2 of the original Oz series. At least to me, since I've read this entire book, I've read it, it's a very thick book, I can say that she completely butchered it. Like, and the only time that I liked it was, like, basically after, right here. Like, the last third of the book. The only part that I really liked, and just was like, almost like gobbling it up. But like, basically the entire book, wrong, why would you do that? Like, as far as I can say, with other probably like Oz books, they haven't like completely butchered 12 of the books. Or like whatever happened the 12 of the books. Well, actually, maybe not 12 of the books, because there is one single, like two mentions of the Patchwork Girl, and then everyone else is like not there. So I'm not even sure why I read this book, but I did. It's just like fudge. Why would this woman do this to the entire Oz series? Oh my god! Why? Yes. I have never been this, like, about a book. About any of the books, basically, that I've read. This one, oh my god, I want this book out of print. I want it to disappear. I did not like a lot of the stuff. I did not like a lot of the new, like, brand new stuff that apparently is in this book now. That supposedly happened after a number of years. Like, yeah. And as I believe I told you, there is a prequel to this, is No Place Like Oz. And the ending of this book, it seems like there's supposed to be like a second book to this, because I don't care if I'm giving a spoiler away. I do not like this book at all. At the end, I told you about this stuff here. Remove the Tin Woodman's heart, steal the Scarecrow's brain, take the Lion's courage, and then Dorothy must die. Well, right at the end of this book, like, in the last, like, 2 chapters of this book, she does remove the Tin Man's heart. So, as far as I can tell, there is supposed to be a weird feeling that there's supposed to be like a third book in this entire series. Like, there's 2 main books, like this one and then like the one after it, where you steal the Scarecrow's brain, take the Lion's courage, and then she kills Dorothy, or just like whatever to Dorothy. And then like the prequel to this, how Dorothy came into power. And like, they're saying that Baum's book is not the actual story. Yes, it is the actual story. It's the original story. And I'm not even talking about the movie. I'm talking about the actual original 1900s book, like 1990. I would make it. No, 1900. 1900 books would be 1900. I'm sorry. My apologies. I said that right. So, I'm done with this book. Just done. 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 No more. No more of that book. No more. I don't like that book. Not at all. Though I'm sure at some point I might eventually actually read No Place Like Oz, if it ever comes out on actual book, because I don't really feel like getting it on ebook. But I could, because I have set up my mini Kobo, and the library does let you borrow e-reader books. So like, I find it like, I don't like it anyway, but it's like, part of me is like, I have to find out how the hell she butchered everything after, like she has Ozma in this book, and like somehow Dorothy turned her into like a mindless insane asylum drone person thing. But like at the end of the book, she apparently is fine somehow. But anyway. And like the real Ozma, because as far as I can tell, I think it is the real one. She goes back and forth between being a boy and a girl. And if you've read the second book of the Oz series, his name is Pip. P-I-P. And in that book, it's Pete. Go with the original name, because it's like... I might just have to find out how, like, because as far as I know, No Place Like Oz is basically everything that everything that happened after book number 2. I don't want to read it, but I'll see if it's at the library, and then maybe I'll put it on here and read it. But, and then maybe, if I find it, if it actually does come out, because I could be wrong. A third book may not actually be coming out, but if the third one doesn't come out, I might actually end up reading it if I come across it. Oh. Anyway. This is what I'm reading next. Copper Beach by Jane Ann Krentz. I do believe I said when I read Dream Eyes that I have already read Copper Beach, but because it had been a while since I read this, and then I recently read Dream Eyes, I vaguely remembered stuff. So I'm gonna read this over again to see, like, what I vaguely remembered, and just remind myself again what happened, basically. Okay. A rare book, an ancient code, and the beginning of the all-new Dark Legacy trilogy. It is a trilogy, so there is going to be a third book. I want it to be a quartet, but it looks like it might just be a trilogy. From the New York Times best-selling master of passion and the paranormal. Excuse me. Sorry, I just had dinner. Within the pages of very rare books, some centuries old, lie secrets of the paranormal. Abby Radwell's unusually psychic talent has made her an expert in such volumes, and sometimes taken her into dangerous territory. After a deadly incident in the private library of an obsessive collector, my apologies, Abby receives a blackmail threat, and rumors swirl that an old alchemical something like that. It's al and then chemical. I don't know how to pronounce it. Text known as the Key has reappeared on the black market. A number of ruthless people are searching for the book. Some believe that Abby can find it for them. Abby wants no part of it, but the pressure mounts as a rare book dealer dies mysteriously. Convinced that she needs an investigator who can also play bodyguard, Abby hires Sam Coppersmith, an expert in paranormal crystals and amber. Hot rocks. Passion flares immediately between them, yet neither entirely trusts the other. Both are concealing secrets, but have their own agendas. Sam concludes that the only way to keep Abby safe is to take her to property owned by his rich and reclusive family, a compound in the small town of Copper Beach, on a private island. But small towns are no safer than large cities when it comes to dealing with a killer who has paranormal talents and a blackmailer who will stop at nothing to obtain an ancient alchemy code. I'm just going to call it an alchemy. Okay. For Steve Castle with love and thanks for the background on Rare Earths. Great brothers like you are even more rare. Sure glad we made it into the same family. Alright. That's it. Okay. I'm not going to start this right away. Probably tonight I'm going to read a chapter. But right now, I have to eventually get myself prepared and ready for a shower. I'm going to attempt at getting some other things done off my list that I want to do. So I'm going to say goodnight to everyone.